Buenos dias, you beautiful gamers. Welcome to
God.
Boxing Day in Canada, not Sale Day in the US, or whatever the heck it is, wherever you are in this beautiful planet that is holding on tightly for dear life. I am Big Mike. Sam hasn't come on screen yet, but I believe we have Dave, who I can't see at the current camera angle that I'm at, and Tom joining us today.
Oh.
Here, let me turn on a light.
And it is time for the D20 Live end of the year Q&A survey, where we have a stream where you ask us as many questions as you like and answer the survey. It should be in the description for both the Still Boxing Day in the US. Cool! Didn't know that. There's a contest. Can complain about you. Should we worry about him?
Don't worry about that. I already took care of that. SMV USA.
Yeah, we dealt with that after the...
I dealt with that immediately right after. Don't worry about it. It's been dealt with.
And the moderator should be posting the link to the survey in... You'll be happy to know that we fixed the how much you liked certain games this year question, finally. God, finally. And I believe that is it, so it is time for us to answer your questions and talk about the games we had this year. I had to look on my phone because I'm in such a turkey stupor. Also, hi Dave, hi Tom, how are you guys doing?
Hi, Mike. Hi, Tom. I'm doing pretty good.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Dave. I'm also doing pretty darn good.
I love how both
And
of you skipped over
Sam.
Sam.
I'm here. Hello.
Yes.
Hi, Sam.
Ugh. I'm just going through the list of games we had this year.
See, them.
Oh, that works nicely. They look so handsome. We're all rounded and filled in because we ate. Also, I left my water at the desk, didn't I?
There's that.
That empty glass.
Oh, that makes me so thirsty. Better have some water.
Yeah. Glory great to Sam. Merry Fishmas. I got it. No. Anyone else want Boxing Day snow? We didn't get it.
No.
We didn't get Boxing Day snow. At least not in our
I'm in
area.
Christmas
Calgary.
snow.
There is so much goddamn snow outside. It is so goddamn cold.
You live in Alberta, dude. That's why you got it.
It
There's no
is
trees
so
to get in the
cold.
way.
It's so snowy out there. I drove to my parents yesterday. Almost got into 2 accidents.
Oh, no.
Almost.
See, that's why I put it up there so we can get real-time responses.
Mm-hmm. Toy slams the hydrate button, realizes it's the wrong channel, so she's dealt with, but thank you for bringing it up. Hey everyone, meanwhile Ontario, Green Christmas. We had a wet Christmas,
It
actually.
was very wet.
Yeah,
We
it
had-
rained yesterday.
We had Silent Hill levels of fog, which freaks Sam out, but I love fog.
Up where my parents live, they live right next to a lake. Which crazy the fog that they get.
Yeah, that's fair. The list was which features of D20 Live did you enjoy this week? Where you want improvement, and the merch store was their only answer. I'm like, that's fair. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, it's only the first response, so we'll see.
Yes.
Yeah, please. And everyone and they're replying with the games they want to see and their favorites and all that, but it's only one person so far. But yeah, as always, the D20 Live year-end survey will be up until into the new year. I'm willing to leave it up until we go to Baron Munchausen.
Yeah.
Actually. And I got the Star Trek RPG book or the Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition from Amazon. Tell me how that is. Because I'm eyeballing those. I'm looking at the Dune RPG book right now, and that's only because the damn movie came out. And it has mechanics in it for how to make your own house in Dune, which I want to imagine all of us as a house in Dune. in the middle of fucking Paul Muad'Dib's ascension as a pack of numpties during the Great Jihad.
Oh, Zombie Claire.
Hello.
Also, for those of you over at the who are fans of the Optimal Duo, my wedding ring finally came in. I can finally wear it now.
Hey.
And we're up to 18 viewers, which is good. I'm working on 3 inches. Okay. Bear in mind, the Seattle area and snow is not a great combination, Tom. Yay.
Dune RPG.
The spice must
Yeah,
follow
I hear it's the same system as the Star Trek Adventures, where it's 2D20.
Yeah. That's Modifus, the same guys who did Alien. Because they did Alien, Fallout, Dune, all in the same core, their own core engine.
How the hell did they get those those 4 licenses?
I don't know. They do. Apparently, everyone's raving about how good a job they do. If they make a Predator book, I'm running a Predator game because it's actually a pretty good engine.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm in.
I've wanted to run a Predator game for years because I don't know if you guys remember, we used to have this thing where xenomorphs were turning up across the multiverse, right? And I kind of want to have it where it's just a pack of 4 Predators going from world to world, dealing with all the permutations of the xenomorphs that are out there.
If I remember correctly, the xenomorphs we were fighting were crossed with Pikachu.
With Pokemon, yeah. There were Pokemon xenomorphs in there for that one. I was given a new shelf for Christmas. I would prefer to wait to break it in as long as possible. We put Dune, right? Into the survey?
I don't remember.
I'm looking at the survey right now. Dune is in the survey.
Okay, good.
Could you guys do a werewolf game?
You mean Werewolf the Forsaken? That's locked in. That is so locked in. The cast is set. Who's running it is set. You guys want a pack of jack-off fucking werewolves, you're gonna get it. It's just locked in. Aliens Free Worlds League. I'm sorry. Modifus has Dune, Star Trek, John Carter, and Conan.
John Carter and Conan.
Well, they don't work together, but you know.
No, I'm just reading through it, Dune, Star Trek, John Carter, Conan. It's like, holy moly.
Or the Apocalypse.
Either that's a fairly versatile system, or
the Apocalypse. Probably it's going to be Werewolf the Forsaken, just to kind of keep it simpatico with the other systems we've used.
It's whatever. It's the companion one too.
Yeah, that's Werewolf the Forsaken.
The Requiem. So.
Yeah, those with your questions. So, Dave, what was your favorite game this year?
Ooh, let's see. The Jordan's cop game was pretty fucking bananas.
Yeah.
I didn't run Lancer this year, did I?
You did. You ran your.
Oh yeah, it was early.
Mm-hmm.
It was early.
You did
this
it very
year.
early in the year.
And then Trudvang.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed both of those.
I really liked your Trudvang game, but then again, I had a very fun character for it.
Well, I am super glad you did.
Yeah.
I could always use a little self-esteem in the GM ring.
No, I honestly I think it's the first time I've played a true support caster where I've legitimately enjoyed it. I can honestly say that, and because it was just like, you were like, Mike, because afterwards you were telling me, Mike, I feel so bad that you were sitting there for 3 turns. I'm like, I was having too much fun being my character. just being like,
I'm very glad for that.
I was just like, I am this fey thing in the dark, and I've seen things. How old are you? 14, and I've yet to feel the caress of a woman.
Like did what to Pikachu?
You guys do not remember. Otaku Cat, you don't remember the end of Infinity's End? That's heartbreaking.
More like Pikachu did what to the alien?
Yeah.
Kept waiting for a Ghostbuster game where you jump into some Cthulhu shit and are more worried who keeps using all the coffee in the office than Eldritch Horrors.
Oh, that does sound good.
Jordan's
It does make sense. I mean, depending on who you get to be the Ghostbusters, it could be like the Ghostbusters Detroit.
Oh no.
They're franchised.
2/3 of our calls are for homeless people. Let's see. Other than that, you get stab insurance, which is pretty sweet for this environment.
That wasn't. And the wrestling games are a nice break from the games without any stakes, where you guys go full ham. There are stakes. There is a title on the line. Sam, get the title belt.
That's my belt. You take care of my belt.
I will take care of your belt until it's inevitably taken from you by somebody. This is the highest stakes in D20 Live. This shitty little cardboard belt.
Don't look on the back. It's got nothing to do with exam gloves.
Does it have glitter on it now?
Ghosts get shaken down for their chains.
I could put glitter on this.
You could. I still keep wanting to get a custom belt made, but I'm too endearingly in love with the belt of some kind.
I mean, we could laminate it.
That's the peak.
I found literally like a place online that does championship belts, for maybe $200, right?
Mm-hmm.
we hardcore how we cheered for him. So we missed some messages. I wasn't there. Forsaken is called Chronicles of Darkness Werewolf. Demon the Descent is the one they chose to show off Seattle. Ghosts can get shaken down for their chains in Detroit. The belt, Howie. Oh, no, I'd wrestle Tom for that belt anytime.
You'd win.
Oh, man.
However, Mike, there's one thing we haven't thought of. If you laminate the belt, you can write the winner's name in Sharpie on it.
Oh,
Gold Sharpie.
that's so good.
There is a laminator at my work.
Did you write it in dry erase marker?
That way, you know, the world champion has been chosen.
I'm gonna attach this to a real belt someday. It's just gonna.
Oh, there we go.
You get a really fancy, nice belt, and that's just mounted to the front as the centerpiece.
No, it's got to just keep being garbage. Like, we find a chair from a car and we cut out the shape of a belt on it.
And a horrible seatbelt from a bus.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna go through our games from this year. Are they in order?
They are in order on the YouTube channel, yeah.
Okay, so
Obviously-
Pathfinder Legacy,
Yeah.
the charity stream, Anime North Unplugged, the JoJo stream, Angora the Lost Legion,
Yep.
Mutants and Masterminds, Paragon High,
That was a lot.
Lancer Landfall, Tales from Everend, Delta Green, Escape from Sanctum, Worldwide Wrestling was a fucking blast.
Yeah.
Witcher RPG, Mischief at MonCon 5e, your Cyberpunk 2020 No Room for Posers,
Yep.
Vampire the Requiem with Nosferatu. Wait, was Nosferatu in that one?
Yeah, she always is.
Yep.
Nosferatu's the prince. So.
Nice. Miami Nights, Streets of Crime, Thunder Fury, Episode 2, Electric Boogaloo,
Oh, I love that so much.
Trudvang, and Pendragon.
Maddox's Great Gay Adventure. Did you guys watch that one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I've heard just clips, and it sounds like just a grand old time.
All right, we got 5 responses. Bring in a new belt of some kind. Who wants to add Mike's former lover Lava to the game? I feel a wacky racist game with the same feel as the wrestling game would be a tragic wonder. Hello, my favorite people on the internet. I made my response survey in, and for those just coming in, there's the survey. Mostly on Twitch, actually.
Nauticus is a millennial.
Born in the year 1001, right? Yeah. And he loses millennial status in the year 2000? Yeah. But Pendragon is set in the 5th or 6th century, so is Nauticus' timeline tied to the universe of origin? Yeah. It's Nauticus just jumped world to Pendragon and was fucking around.
He does that frequently.
He frequently does. But his millennial status is tied to the universe he comes from, and only millennial centurions come from that universe. It's like when you come, you bring your magic with you, kind of thing. Because otherwise, it wouldn't make sense. Like, you'd have a bunch of Jedis that get ported to another universe, and they'd be completely useless. And as far as I know, the way Wizards did it back in the day with Planescape, that's how it went. Your magic always worked wherever you went. Yeah. Unless you went to the Domain of Dread, which was weird. The cyberpunk twist had a tremendous payoff. I'm glad people liked that. I was nervous about putting Batman in a cyberpunk game. Kind of funny how I ended up doing the same thing as Nauticus for world jumping, but with Q from Star Trek, and I wasn't the DM, Lamau. Yeah, the thing that works about Nauticus is he's not like this omnipotent, powerful thing. He's just horny.
Mm-hmm.
Power of horniness.
Okay, Cole was wondering about that last week. Yeah, that's just how we said a long time ago. Your magic comes with you. Your world doesn't.
Yeah, that's how Pokemon worked in Sigil. It's like, I choose you.
It still works. You just can't. Yeah. You can't like Pokemon a monster from a different world.
Yeah. They'll just wonder why you just threw a ball at them.
Yeah, that's like what you're doing.
So you just have to kidnap them like a regular human being.
Mm-hmm. Angoria, Mutants and Mastermind, Cyberpunk, and Worldwide Wrestling are my favorites. If Nauticus had a stand, what would it be? You need to pick the music song for that one.
Watch Nauticus's stand be just him.
Yes! He is the stand. We don't know where the user is.
Oh, no. It'd be called The Stranger, and it's just him except mirrored.
They just make out all day.
To summon it, he sits on his hand.
What is it? But what's its power? Power?
All who gaze upon the stranger fall in love with its mighty gaze. It's just you!
That or his train.
His
and it's
stand
just
is crazy
you know,
train.
so extra. Can you imagine that train in a JoJo pose? I can.
I can because Sam's
drawn it.
Sam's drawn it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's a transformer. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
Watch as I
I'm curious.
draw it in Dio's pose where it goes.
I'm
It's sticking out.
I'm really curious how people felt about Everin though, because that was our big new project this year to actually put a long game in streams.
Yeah, Connell's Tales from Everin.
Oh, Ned, you are just the epitome of grace.
Hi, Ned.
Licking your own butthole.
Classy cat. I
Man,
forgot
this
that
isn't
Terry
the
McGinnis is a
OnlyFans
thing.
Stream.
Actually, tip, fun fact. I was honestly trying to find like a nice picture of Bruce in the Batman Beyond costume to use that for his image. For the game to kind of foreshadow Terry a little bit because I am a huge Batman Beyond mark. I couldn't find a decent one that I liked, so I just kept Batman in his old costume, but like have probably later on I'll put him in the Beyond costume if they stay in
Well, I
there.
meant, outside of episode 1 or the armor, he's never actually in the suit in the series. So you'd have to find something in the comics, and even that, it's kind of sketchy.
Although I just, I was doing a Google search unrelated to Batman Beyond, but it showed up with GIFs of the movie, The Return of the Joker. And I had no fucking clue there were satellite weapons that were just blowing up the city behind Batman.
Yeah.
I gotta see this movie now.
He doodled a smiley face on the planet for the lulz.
Yep.
Joker, there's no cure. Everin was interesting, story was decent, but the combat drag. Okay.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, limited, it was an Akira tribute.
Oh, absolutely. I can definitely see that.
Yeah, because Doc put a lot of work into Angoria. It was nice to have Quinn and Matthias.
Not Angoria.
Sorry, Everin.
Yours is Angoria.
Mine's Angoria. It was nice to see Quinn and Matthias just going at it.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, I asked earlier about the Masquerade being exposed. What about if all the World of Darkness beings got exposed, including more human ones?
Then it would turn into that bad movie Daybreakers.
Yeah, basically. You can use the game Arkham City. There is a Batman Beyond skin in the bulkier frame of Bruce Wayne. Oh, thank you. I'll use that next time. I mean, but I couldn't go asking you guys for that source image because I wanted that to be a surprise. I mean, Everett is 5e and 5e combat can take a while to resolve with a lot of players. Return of the Joker is a great Batman movie worth a watch for sure. I mean, going back to the Masquerade question, the problem is the way we've written it, it's like half of the world is a monster or weird thing in one form or another. It's not like it's supposed to be for the normal World of Darkness where it's like less than 10% of the population. So that's the reason why it's there. Here it's more of, wait, you're a thing too? Huh.
But yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's
Back to
like...
bed.
I'd like to imagine those worlds run in the John Wick universe where, like, all the police are heavily trained. These are the many secret societies you actively have to ignore. You must ignore them, otherwise the balance will be disrupted, and they all go to war with each other, and that's the last thing we want.
Yep. But yeah, I also got to see Batman Mask of the Phantasm again.
Oh yeah, always.
I saw
got
that
psyched
once. That was
down
good.
there.
But yeah, I've got some Batman to catch up on.
What was Pure Purple? Wow! Okay! Nosferatu if Nosferatu had a stand, what would it be?
I don't know.
Fever?
Oh, Nosferatu? If Nosferatu had a stand, he...
Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, no. Nosferatu's like a 10-year-old girl, right?
I know, but
Mm.
she was stuck that way by being vampirized. So you could imagine her stand being, alluring.
And Angoria,
Well,
you're still using the old Pathfinder system. Yes. Are you sure Mike's vampire isn't already her stand?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be funny if he was just a figment of her imagination that she was so powerful he came to be? Survey done.
Survey
Archives.
says...
Make it happen.
Let's see here. Yep, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Seeing the things people want returns of.
But yeah, it raises another question.
Okay.
If
That's something I didn't expect to do that well.
if the
What?
what is it?
I'll show you guys the list afterwards.
Mhm.
But it's one of the chicken dance. The stand is a box of nuggies.
Devin is winning now. For once.
Good,
It's not me.
because you're in a lot of games now.
Now.
Let's see here.
Anything Western Tom has played.
Okay, so Tom, you'll like this. Are there any player characters / NPCs you'd like to return to a game? And it's anything Western Tom has played.
That's not me. I haven't submitted mine yet. I have a fan. Yes!
Nice.
Chicken Dance is stand as a box of nuggets. Hi everyone, sorry I was late. Intended to make it earlier. No worries, Shadow Crone or Chicken Attack. I mean, the other vampires can't stand Mike's character. Mouse for Outer Stand would just be a mountain of chicky nuggies. Next Super Robot Wars Gundam game. When? Vote it up.
Chicky
Okay.
nuggy cannon.
Bitch. Who's asking us?
All right, so
Well, where do they normally
normally
watch
watches
it?
on Twitch, so
Twitch.
that's a big skew from the old ways.
Yeah, and then like a 50% chance of moving.
That's pretty. That's getting pretty definitive. How do you find like the tutorial videos? The videos are fine. Keep going. Okay.
Basically, don't make anything shorter.
Yeah.
Is what they're saying.
Clearly like us, and they want more of us.
Yeah.
Or an equal amount of us.
How do you feel about the Patreon? I have no opinion on the Patreon, and they enjoy it as is. Okay. No one's saying.
But yeah, next year I certainly plan on running 2 games if we have the slots.
Oh, we should. Like it's
gonna
the person who's
Go
going to
ahead.
have the least slots next year is me, and I'm going to have to be very judicious about the games I run.
Okay. Well, I definitely want to run Lancer and Trudvang next year.
But we're going to probably switch up to having more 3 games a month.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I love your characters from Trudvang. They need to come back. It's not
Hey,
even my
I'm
choice
the
at this point.
17-year-old responsible one of this group.
You're our cleric, and you make people bleed out of their eyes.
Yeah.
In the name of God. Wait, no, wrong God.
So funny story about Dragon Ball in tabletop form. It does have the official one by Artel and an unofficial one for Pathfinder First.
Honestly, the
Pathfinder, I'll
god,
make my own D&D with blackjack and hookers. Yeah, and accessibility.
the gods
Also
in
feel like I'm
Trudvang
more-
are an awful lot like what are they called? Crom from Conan. That the hell with you.
You're doing great work. Otherwise, sod off.
Me more Rasslin Jr. played by Mike and Treadbang. How do you guys create D&D your Pathfinder characters? Do you roll stats or do you use a point system? We pretty much use a point system.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
okay, basically what happened was when we started doing stuff for D20 Live, we realized that it's far easier to create characters with a point system because we have to create a lot of characters and we have to learn a lot of systems. So it's easier than having, because basically what it boils down to is that most of the time the GMs are the ones that make the characters. So it's just easier to use a point system just to create a character that's balanced and will fit with a party, as opposed to, having everybody sit in a session 0, roll, and then hope that it balances out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, unless the character creation is so simple, like Maid or one of our what the fuck is the system? Fudge, the fudge dice.
Yeah.
Um,
Fate?
Yep. Unless it's a simple character creation thing like that, it's more. We'll ask you guys what you kind of want to make, and we'll make it around the player.
Mm-hmm. And knowing the players, and myself included, we usually find the dumbest gimmick we can imagine and build the character around that, and then just stick it in the game universe. And 9 times out of 10, it works great.
Ned.
I apologize for my co-host. He's kind of a whiny little annoying cat.
Yes, but he's floofy, so that makes it all right.
Oh, he's very fluffy and soft like a rabbit.
And it's
Everybody
not true.
loves-
Rabbits are softer than anything.
You'd be surprised.
I owned rabbits.
With Marvel continuity
Yes.
being what it is, you guys have a big sandbox to play in now. Yeah, but which Marvel continuity? Do we do 616? Do we do fucking
Cinematic
the
universe,
MCU?
comic universe, cartoon universe, animated series.
Oh boy.
Like it's
You want to go with the most depressing universe?
It's a little easier with DC because we introduced a couple of characters from DC into another continuity.
Which one is Spider-Ham from?
That's a good question. Which Spider-Ham?
Which Spider-Ham?
Because it would be funny if, like, us Spider-Man showed up in what... Never mind, I got an idea. I'm going to write that down.
Yep. Right.
It's a Spider-Man that never encountered any villains, so it's just him wandering around New York in his pajamas.
No, I know what I want to do. I know how to introduce Spider-Man to the D20 Live continuity.
All right, guys. Padding the run time. Padding the run time. We have to give him a second to write stuff down.
Too. But no, I want Night
Your
City.
thing.
I'm writing my thing. Hang on. Oh, crap.
So how's everybody doing in chat? You having a good holidays, I hope?
I'm having...
That'll take them.
Take a second.
Oh, they're still on about Spider-Man. Now they're talking about us making Spider-Man fight with each other.
Oh, no. Who in chat has seen Dune?
I have.
That's crazy good.
Still haven't seen that one yet.
You can rent it on Prime.
Yeah, I had a small 4-hour window between my shifts at work where I had to choose. I'd rather see Spider-Man or Dune.
Or sleep.
That probably was the smart option. I didn't pick that one.
Oh, no.
I decided to go see Spider-Man because Dune's already been out for 30 years. You can't really spoil Dune, but you can
True.
spoil Spider-Man.
Yeah. By far, I would say the most important questions on the stream involve whether or not we're going to keep splitting the stream or move it purely to Twitch or YouTube.
Yeah. There's a reason behind that. Is because one of the reasons why we're asking that question is because the main thing is that we've heard that people want to have like emotes on Twitch, right? Or on YouTube. And unfortunately we can't do that unless we become affiliate.
Yeah. Which we can't do
for Twitch. And if we monetize on YouTube, which we still can't do either. Right, because there's a reason why we can't monetize either of them right now. It's because we have the numbers to do it, right? There's not saying that we can't physically do it, right? But the fact that we are splitting the streams is one of the reasons why we can't monetize them, right? Because if we monetize YouTube, then Twitch gets YouTube gets angry that we're streaming over at Twitch, right? And if we stream over on Twitch, Twitch gets angry that we're streaming over to YouTube and monetizing on Twitch, right? Because and I get that people find the crafted emotes like this, and it's to me.
Yeah, because we were practicing over on Sam and mine's Twitch channel.
Yeah, we're all the stuff that we're doing over at the Optimal Duo right now is actually a test bed for what to do over on D20 Live. So a lot of the stuff that we're doing, over on Twitch for that thing is specifically so that we can see what happens when we do that over on Twitch.
Yeah.
right? Not saying that we wouldn't stop putting up YouTube videos.
Oh yeah, we can absolutely put our VODs
Yeah.
on YouTube
Because
for
we can
perpetuity.
We can stream over on Twitch and then put the VOD over on YouTube.
Yeah,
right.
You would literally get it the next
And
day.
you would get it not even the next day. It's
That
literally that night.
Yeah.
Right. And that's essentially what the question is. It's like, do we purely just stream over on Twitch and then put the VOD up on YouTube literally right after? Who knows?
Yeah, because I know a lot of you YouTube guys, and you've been the reason we've kept it on there for
Yeah.
the last 9 years, almost 10 now.
It's because that there has been a loud minority of people over on YouTube who are like, no, we would rather you stay over on YouTube so that way we can actually still see it live.
But if we go to subscribers, it's a lot more revenue that we can use to buy more books.
The point is that we're trying to figure out how to utilize it better on both streams.
Yeah.
Because we know that not everybody wants to support us on Patreon because they don't like Patreon.
Which is
not
fair.
that they don't like us, they don't like Patreon, right? And two, there's other people who don't want to donate money on our Twitch streams is because not everybody likes Streamlabs now, which totally understandable. Right?
Or Amazon.
Or Amazon, right? So it's 100% it's 100% understandable for everything.
Yeah. So we're getting your feedback, so we will make a decision.
Yeah.
We will inform you all. We are opening it up for discussion. We're just starting the discussion now.
Yeah. So the whole point is that we're just trying to figure out the best possible way in order to do that. Can't go over to Mixer. Mixer no longer exists.
Yeah.
Oh, did Mixer fold already?
Oh yeah. Despite the fact
wow.
that Ninja went to go save it.
Yes, Ninja. The pinnacle of streamer culture. The man with his finger on the zeitgeist.
and another one up his ass. Just
No, that's included on his chair.
Mixer failed
Or his chair brand.
If you haven't, yeah. So there's 21 people in the chat. We have 9 responses to the survey. Please fill out the survey. Sadness is no love from chat mom. And then you have your fans who just give you gay books from Liz. Yes, Tip.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tonberry.
We are nothing less than
Also,
grateful.
hello, Tonberry.
Some of your stuff's still here. Well, all your stuff's still
We
here.
are very grateful to those of you who are following us over on Patreon and are supporting us over on Patreon. We are very also grateful that people want to send us stuff via our P.O. box.
Yeah.
It is totally okay to do all of that. It is fine. We're just trying to figure out the best way for basically everything. One of the ideas is that we do eventually want to monetize stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
Right?
At some point.
Eventually. Right? But we haven't quite gotten there yet.
We were very anti-monetized in our early years because of all the
there was a lot of stuff that was happening to the channels that were monetized, and we were basically saying that we're gonna not monetize our channel for a couple of reasons that we're not gonna go into, but like the main one was basically because we always wanted to make sure that it was free and ads weren't gonna play on our stuff until YouTube changed that entirely and put ads anyway. So really, that's the only thing that was keeping us from doing it. There's a couple other reasons that we haven't monetized stuff yet. I think we've resolved most of them now. Yeah, that's the another thing too is that eventually, when we gain enough revenue from D20 Live, we would very much like to start paying viewers. Nice. So far,
Honestly, I thought that sentence was going in another direction. We'd like to pay our taxes?
No, you should be paying those now, Mike. Come on, Sam, you're better than that.
Because right now, Mike, like not even Mike and I are getting the money. It just sits there until we have to use it. We have to use it for D20 Live purposes. Like literally every single penny that you guys send to us, it just sits. It sits in its own little account. And we only use it for D20 Live expenses. So anytime that we have to like get a new like camera, or if we have to get a piece of like just any kind of equipment, if we have to pay Dan, the editor, hi Dan.
Sorry, Dan.
Sorry, Dan.
Oh shit.
But yeah, every time we have to pay Dan, he gets the money. Anytime that we have to, like, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually set up a whatchamacallit, like a website for everything.
Yeah.
That is essentially what we're trying. That's what the money goes to right now. Eventually, we would very much like to start paying our players, but that is way in the future until we can actually do that safely
and
sustainably. Because as is right now, we don't get that much money.
I have nothing to say on the survey because I've been more about Optimal Duo now. Thank you, Otaku Cat, but the survey is going to be up for multiple days, so you have time to go watch our back catalog of D20 Live videos and enjoy.
Yeah.
Without sleep, endlessly.
Yes, forever. Watch multiple streams at the same time to save time.
You can tell Doc's fan base isn't here because they're not all upvoting Tales from Everend.
It's okay.
Yes.
We'll tell Tonberry to put it on the Evil Incorporated
watch it shoot up,
and then it'll shoot up like immediately, and that'll be fine.
Oh yeah, Tonberry, if you could.
Tonberry already did.
You did. Wonderful. Well, they'll get to it in their own good time.
Hello, Zombie Claire.
Hello, Zombie Claire.
I already said
okay,
hello.
Cool. But yep. So who wants to fight an Eldrazi Titan?
Oh, what? What?
Wow, people. So, wow, that's interesting. Worldwide Wrestling
Eldrazi
shot
Titan.
up in the preferences really fast.
Well, look at the 3 top games.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I wish we could show the guys, but they can't see it at the same time we're doing it.
Poop.
I will disclose one of those top votes was definitely me.
Okay.
I am slightly biased that I like wrestling.
Yeah.
I still have to catch up.
Like I keep saying, it's the best physical acting on any media.
Well,
the acting is pretty terrible, but the physical.
That being said, there was talk at one point of Deadlands, and I think that'd be a fun one if we do get to go through the plans we came up with, Mike? Sam?
Yeah.
You made the worst things happen that night.
I did.
Not just you, Mike. Sam had an equal part in that monstrosity.
Worldwide Wrestling is more fun already on this. Especially I love how we made the first one. I still have my Discord nickname as a reference to the wrestling stream. How is Gundam doing, Mike? Let's see how it's. Let's take a look. Where is it?
I mean, ever since they went to Hathaway's Flash, and he's like, I didn't even know. I haven't watched it, so. You're talking about our game Gundam.
Probably.
I don't think you did.
That's weird.
I think you forgot it.
That should be in there.
But yeah, I was thinking, man, what the hell's with that new Gundam in Hathaway's Flash? It looks like a villain, and then Mike tells me he is a villain. He's a terrorist. I'm like, what?
Yeah, you forgot to put it in, hun.
How did I forget to put it in?
I don't know.
Is that why it wasn't in last year? Because it wasn't.
Yeah, I think that's why.
Oh my god. Oh dear, I left out Super Robot Wars and Gundam. Weirdly.
Yeah.
Let's try to edit it now.
Ruh-roh.
All right.
Got it.
Ooh, apparently Metabots is spelt wrong.
Ruh-roh. Oh, it's not meta, it's meta.
Oh. Well, okay. There's something that got 6 votes that I was not expecting to get 6 votes.
I was expecting it.
You were expecting it?
Yeah.
I love that Arcane is out and League of Legends is not doing very well.
Well, you know.
I usually watch on YouTube because I don't care much for Twitch, but I'll probably follow you guys wherever you go. Meta, short for metal. My bad.
Well,
thank you.
It's not like we're gonna get rid of the YouTube channel, right? So basically, what it is that
literally we would get the video from Twitch and then put the VOD on right after because we record them simul.
Yeah, we record it while we stream, and then we'll just put it up afterwards.
Well, hopefully you folks can't hear the barking in the background.
I can't hear it.
Good.
That's.
Mulligan has probably spotted a postal worker.
I mean, Arcane's lore is interesting.
Yeah.
But League is a pile of salt, though. The new 2D assist fighter coming shows promise. Are they really playing role-playing Gundam, or is it just Super Robot Wars? Is disguised? It's Super Robot Wars.
But yeah, League is just made of wet salt.
Yeah. I like to think that they created the channel, the web series, and are looking at a fighter because they just wanted a different community.
Hathaway is not a bad character.
Yes, he is. Every time he falls in love, it's a problem.
Okay, there we go. We have a gaming one question. What system would we use for Ghostbusters?
There are ghosts.
Yeah, there is. The WEG D6 one. It's actually pretty definitively good.
Oh, that's a pretty definitive call.
Yep.
We're gonna have to talk to Devin.
Yep.
Yep.
And Doc.
So Ghostbusters, eh? Ghostbusters Detroit batch. I am
Tom, do you want to just run
interested.
that? Because I don't know Ghostbusters at all.
I mean, I know good chunks of Ghostbusters, but I'm not a very good DM. Like, it's gonna be cartoony and memes everywhere. That's about all I got.
Oh,
I
no.
mean, that was the cartoon.
That's never gone over well at D20 Live at all.
You've played one of the 2 campaigns I've made.
Yeah. I didn't
There's
know what your
nothing but
limit was, and then I went
slime.
crazy. Not a bad character, Mike. Yeah, he is. Do you guys use RPG systems to help make characters in fanfics? Yeah, like, basically. Oh, I see. In fiction, no. It's an entirely different thing when you're making, like, fictional.
All right,
I
Colin
consider all the
Durlorian.
games to play fan fiction.
Best waifu in LoL is completely subjective. Like, I'm partial to Ash and Ari, but you do you.
I feel like League waifus are just like a real tier below fake Grand Order waifus. It's just, the bar is just down here. They're up there.
Okay, honey.
Yeah?
Read. Fate waifus are all just Saber.
Yeah. How good she is. Am I speaking Swahili?
At that point, waifus is the incorrect term.
If there's more than one, it's plural!
No, it's
It's
the
up-
same one!
It's a Blondes of Saber!
Yes, so it'd be the waifu with variants, not waifus. It's the same
Is
one
there
over
more
and
than
over
one?
again.
It's like Major's General, you know. There's more than one Major General. It's Major's General.
We're just arguing grammar. I hope you know that.
And I'm the writer. Let's see here. Kindred, who's the Grim Reaper of the game. Next. A lot of people asking for Gus. WEG D6's best Star Wars system. I'm coming to learn that, actually. Like, I'm being a lot more generous to Fantasy Flight now than I was when I originally played it. You're welcome, Dave.
All right. Tipsler. Wait, what? Sorry, I blanked for a second.
I was apologizing to you for giving you shit about FFG's Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, FFG. FFG has done some questionable business practices, shall we say.
Oh, so you care less now about FFGs.
I like the books as splat books.
Okay.
But I do have a mason jar of dice for this game.
Oh, fuck. Is it bad when players stick to a certain type of character for different RPG setups, or should you just play what you're comfortable with? As someone who chronically played Matthias in every game for 5 years,
and then just called him a different
name every
afterwards.
time.
It was the same. We all knew it was Matthias, and he would call him Matthias, and then we're like, but we know it's Matthias, right? Like, it's the worst because we've been adapting Matthias into fucking characters for, like, stories and stuff, and, like, still calls him Matthias, and then he goes, it's just a placeholder name, and I'm like, no, because it's the same character. We all know it's Matthias. Are you actually going to change the name, or is it going to be different?
You know,
His name is Mateo.
Wow, I had no idea that FFG's RPG systems had fallen so far down the pit. Fuck.
Yeah, they like Rob Hagen says, they adopted the EA business practice.
Oh, fuck. Well, sorry, L5R.
Yeah, but those of us who have our 4E editions, are happily laughing our way to the bank.
Yeah. Is Matthias the linchpin of the D20 Live verse? No, not the kisses. Let's be honest.
He's more like the rust on every bolt.
Yeah, Matthias
He's
is just
there.
like this
He's
weird,
always there.
this weird little the rust on every bolt. Yeah, there's always West End Star Wars. I'm from what I've read of West End Star Wars, there's a lot of, because here's the thing that always drives me to a system is when the fan adaptation community really goes out of their way to make it work, and there's still like side content being made for it, right?
This is just quantum leaping through different games.
No, he's not quantum leaping.
But
Quantum's
yeah.
stuck in one world so far.
But yeah, if you look behind me, I can point to a couple of my collections here. This here is my 5e shelf. So it's like right here. And up here is my FFG Star Wars. Let's see, anything else here? I think my, this dark spot right here is my L5R splat books.
Oh, Tim, is L5R 4E back up on Drive-Thru RPG again? Because I know they took it down for a while and you had to pirate it for a bit.
I don't know. I've only ever gotten the hard copies, and
Yeah, I've got my 4E book here.
and then I've got board games that may never be played.
West End Star Wars second edition is the best Star Wars I've heard. And you guys, that one's the one that's okay. I have a question about West End Games' Star Wars. There's, as far as I know, 3 versions of it. There's the original.
I love pillow.
We all see this, right?
This is so stressful. Sam needs therapy.
I do.
Was the saber thing too much for you?
Yeah.
Stop tickling me, no.
So there is the original one. There's the second edition, which was made by fans, and then there's the anniversary edition that was available in stores. Which fucking one do I buy? Don't say I have to go read all 3 books and decide for myself.
And I also have this fun little piece right here, the wildly inappropriate board game now. My complete set of Pandemic. Yeah.
I don't know. I hear about people that don't want to play Pandemic.
No.
I still want to play it.
I do want to play it, but I don't want to play it right now.
Was West End Games the D6 system? Yes. Sorry, Tom, you were saying?
I was agreeing with Dave. It just seems in bad taste to be playing Pandemic right now. Nothing against the game. It's a great game. It's just...
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
That's...
we got to be a couple
Our
years
son,
out.
Stop throwing our son!
Get out of here. Fucking 2, I swear to God. The 30th edition is a reprint of the first edition. Mike, you master.
Doobie, no!
Fucking 2, I swear to God.
I had no idea
What
that
the deal?
you had such back lore for the Optimal Duo.
Oh my God, it's become a thing.
This is our son.
You gotta come and watch it on Monday nights, dude. It gets stupid. Love the books.
All right.
Heck, the RPG is better than the TV show. Tubi, most people would be really good or really bad at Pandemic right now. Tubi, the best. He gets wicked air though with how he like it was like a dart across the room.
Well, because his glasses now give him wings, right? So he flies better.
And the tube is hollow, so it just cuts through the air. Better than a paper airplane.
You have a very aerodynamic son.
There we go. We discovered a new method of flight.
I feel like because like we have double the numbers we usually have on an Optimal Duo stream.
Oh, damn it.
So there's a lot of people going, what the fuck is up with this cardboard tube? Hayachi Mike has come to D20 Live.
Oh, damn it.
But yeah. I would love a tabletop. Here's the thing. Prior to 2020, I was actually actively thinking about away FFG and asking myself, why in God's name does FFG not have a tabletop role-playing game based on Pandemic? That question has been resolved since. But that would not have sold well like a year later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom, we have a question.
But-
What posters are on your wall?
Oh, okay. In order, let's see. This one here is a lithograph poster of Rex from Mass Effect. These three are all Fallout fan art that I found at a con. Then Ninja Sex Party, Batman, Doctor Who, and Black Dynamite.
Your favorite movie of all time?
Dynamite!
Which is my
Dynamite!
favorite movie of all time. I
Nice.
love that movie far too much.
Cream corn, no!
I don't think you guys understand how much I love this movie. I have Black Dynamite on VHS.
Damn!
It was never released on VHS. Someone made it for me and then gave that to me as a birthday present. So it
That's
sits
wild.
over there next to my Anaconda malt liquor, which was also made for me.
Oh, that's wonderful.
We should,
Anyone who hasn't seen the movie, watch it. You'll understand, oh wow, he has a problem. Because there's not nearly enough Black Dynamite merchandise, so I had to make my own.
You should really tell the actor behind that movie that you have this stuff.
If I ever in my life get to meet Michael Jai White, I will shake his hand and get him to sign the VHS copy of Black Dynamite.
We didn't release it on VHS. I had it made.
Oh,
Mike,
oh,
did you
that's
ever
so
solve your
good.
Metroid Dread situation? I beat the game.
so maybe?
He beat it, so he
I beat it.
beat his problems? I don't know.
I
Yeah,
did. I
yeah.
killed Ravenbeak.
But yeah,
Rob Higgins,
don't get me wrong. I actually do enjoy the FFG Star Wars and their version of what did you call that, Mike? It was like
proprietary dice.
yes, proprietary dice. But it was also like the how they used to CD keys.
Yeah.
For CDs. Yeah. It's like you can't play our game without these dice.
Dice. Yeah,
I can't unlock this
got-
game without it.
I got yelled at a lot for having that opinion too. They're like, "It's a new kind of dice, Mike. It'll take off," and I'm like, "No, it fucking won't."
I mean, there's no difference in the amount of sides.
Yeah. You have blank dice and a marker, I suppose. But back to D6 Star Wars, you can find copies of 2E stuff pretty cheap. There is a fan-edited 2E revised version that incorporates stuff from West End D6's system in the early 2000s. So is it the revised 2E that I should be using? Because I found that book. Re-up that if you don't want to hunt down the physical book, no, you found one. That's what happens when you look at the window when laying down. Yes. Okay. Talking about snow.
I mean, all our snow is gone.
Yeah. Oh. Fun. If we're going to do Star Wars again, I say we do the Vong War. I'm not doing the use of Vong War. I am doing the
Oh
thing
my
I said
God.
on Twitter, where I'm getting a bunch of Mandalorians and I have them sit around at a table going, "Hear me out. What if we killed Vader?"
Everyone would know who we are. Boba Fett? Who's Boba Fett? The Moktar tribe killed Vader.
Yeah.
And if we die in combat. There's no losing this situation.
An aside,
No
I am
Vong
looking
holding
forward.
Mandal.
I am looking forward to the Book of Boba Fett.
I'm kind of waiting for a Black Dynamite game for you guys, and that's not going to happen for various reasons. The closest thing we'll do to a Black Dynamite game is I will have Black Dynamite appear in a Shadow of the Century game, which I think is very appropriate. Hi, honey, are you bored?
Yeah, he has a D6. It only has 20s on it, and that's all he rolls.
Someone could play-
Critical hits
I
all
shall
the
play
time.
Baby Yoda.
Go play
And
video.
it's solid
What are you
gold.
doing with your hair?
I was getting tired of putting it in.
In front?
Yes. I wanted to see what it would feel like to have bangs this long again.
The thing is, if I do Shadow of the Century, that means I might have to stop doing Spirit, and it's getting voted up a lot. Another Spirit game, which is fine. I have a Spirit idea. Cool. It's good to see all these.
Or is there are there ways that two games can connect? Like if you play a Spirit of the Century game, you can use what the characters do or progress through to affect the Shadow of the Century game?
Well, the reason why is because Shadow of the Century takes place 50 years in the future.
Okay.
So what happens is basically Shadow is, what happened was Dr. Methuselah got off his ass and decided to try and take over the world. It didn't work out and he kind of blew up, but it also caused the Great Depression in the 80s. As a result. So now it's all... Sam, are you Kaguya-sama's attendant now? So now it's like you have all these weird interdimensional aliens and stuff. Like all this weird shit you saw in an 80s VHS movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Happening, as well as like Kung Fu Kids and all that stuff. No one's as strong as like an old-fashioned centurion was. But they found a way to bestow part of the power of a centurion onto new people because they needed new heroes right away. So I'm looking at my ME PDF. I feel Rusty will be a biotic. Nautica's brother done mess up the timeline. The thing is, stop it. The thing is, at some point, I'd have to explain where Nauticus is, and I've explained it. I have it worked out in my head. What will happen, and where Nauticus is, and what happened to him when all that happens. And Methuselah's Nauticus' twin brother, right? Yeah, not in their canon, but in ours.
There's also another thing.
Yeah.
With Nauticus'
Yeah. This stuff happened on Baba.
What is Dr. Methuselah's full name again? Is it like Dr. Methuselah, Mad Mathemagician?
Yeah, his his real name is David Leafson. But he is Dr. Methuselah, Mathemagician, Shadow of Forever. I still want Nauticus versus Tintin. We all do. And they are twin brothers. You can also play a Centurion, but you're also old as fuck. Oh, I didn't know that. I gotta double check that then.
Now, are we talking Tintin from the cartoon or Tintin from the movie? Because
From the
Tintin from the movie was way more extreme.
You haven't watched Tintin, Dave. That motherfucker's indestructible.
You know,
I
he
mean,
does. Every time he gets shot, it's always like, it nicked me. Or every time he gets, the only thing that seems to take Tintin down is a bonk to the back of the head. But even then, that only keeps him down for maybe a day.
And you can't kill his dog.
You can't kill his dog. He is immune to gravity on the grounds that something will always save him, whether it be tree branch, spontaneous blimp, gust of wind. Something's gonna save him. But yeah, bonk him on the back of the head. You got 15 minutes to run.
Yeah, you run. A Spirit of the Century canon without Nauticus is not a canon I accept, and I don't accept it either. Spirit is 1930s to 40s. So, okay, hang on, there's multiple things I've got. Oh god, Sam is the girl from The Ring. She's coming through the screen.
Can I put my hair in front of my face?
So you can bestow power onto a bunch of young teens and send them to fight a great evil, so you can do common rangers. Spirit is the 1930s and 40s. Strange Tales is 50s and 60s. Shadow is 80s and 90s. To wrap around the start, Young Centurion is 1910s. Yeah, I think I have everything but... Because I have Strange Tales, I have Spirit, and I have Young Centurions. I don't have Shadow, though, and I should get that. At the latest, Spirit of the Century canon without Nauticus is not a canon I accept. Yeah, no, there's not... Ah!
Oh, Sam, you got a high five for that.
I'm going through a lot. Tintin from My Hero, having devoured Shadow of the Century cover to cover, it's good stuff. They say, get Shadow Mike. Tintin also got saved by aliens, that is true. They explain stuff, it works with the grand plot. Pfft. They're all laughing because they got caught up. Oh, I lost my train of thought. There was something else I was going to bring up, and then you scared the living shit out of me.
Keep asking for me to do it, though.
Yeah, for off camera times.
Camera time.
Look at this.
Because I've read stuff.
I have cardio for the day in one spot.
Seen stuff on website for consenting adults. butt ring. When you're doing this dead up in my face, I was like, hair! It wasn't even Sadako. I'm just like, hair, where's my wife?
This isn't my beautiful house. This isn't my beautiful wife. As the days go by.
Just for that two goes
The
again.
water going down.
Oh shit, he hit something.
Toby, no!
Tubi died the way he lived, soaring through the air.
Another person to show up in the Centurion game is Atomic Robo. He works well with Atomic Robo is so good, like a robot Hellboy.
Oh fuck yeah. He lived
Yeah.
through whatever timeline, yeah.
Well, the thing is, I would love to have Robo show up in a Spirit game. I just don't know if a lot of people are still huge fans of it. Hey, Hachi Mike.
We'll get Connell to do the voice for Robo.
He works well with the tone.
Jinkies.
But yeah, I would love to have guys like Robo, Hellboy, and Screw On Head show up. There's a name no one fucking remembers.
What, Screw On Head?
Yeah, the amazing Screw On Head.
What?
No,
Tom,
nothing.
you know about Screw On Head, right?
Not offhand.
Okay, there's something I got to show you guys after we're done. Hi, can I ask questions here? Yeah, Gregory Buttocks, you can. Robo's still around the 2010s, yeah, but he showed up then. Mean K47VI Kevin? Calvin? Calvin, my bad. Yeah, how is Calvin doing?
Doc still exists.
Doc exists yet, but
Yeah.
Calvin is now a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Calvin is doing a lot of the streaming on Doc's channel now, so.
About your Cyberpunk game, I can only imagine how Superman will react once he sees how far the country has fallen. You see, Cal is awesome. I'm running a modern age game for friends, and they've been hinting about Multiverse by players. I'm tossing around into Multiverse by Rasputin. Cal is doing well. I want to do a crossover game with Cal, but I don't know if that's gonna. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Superman doesn't get depressed when things go bad because he's been to worse places. Because he's been to Apocalypse, and Apocalypse is just Cyberpunk with more technology. So he's just gonna go, well, there's no. This is Earth. Maybe I should fix it, and just there's gonna be a wave of not crime in Night City for a couple of days. I know of Screw On Head. I have the DVD. Oh, Ian Lund. I want to think of that.
What the hell is Screw On Head?
I'll show you guys after. It's made by Mike. Okay, Mike Magnolia, the creator of Hellboy, made a comedy one-shot comic.
Oh.
That almost became a show on Sci-Fi, and you'll be very mad that it didn't.
Dang.
Is it a guy who screws on his head onto other people's bodies?
No, it's better than that. I will,
Okay.
Tom. I will show you this after. I do not want this to become a thing promotion for Screw On Head. It's just this thing I've had a passion for.
Okay.
I'm struggling with this thought too much. It's bothering me. I can't focus on work. What is Obama's last name? Gregory, I think you're trolling us, but welcome. Doc would make appearance for
hell
Sirius
was
Sam.
that?
He'll still be doing the. I think we got a random. Hey Mike, how would Nauticus react to being assigned to Dionysus? It'd be a competition. You have an injustice situation on your hands. Superman would bring people's hope back. This is not Frank Miller's Superman. Gregory Buttocks.
Oh, yeah.
I love that my mod is staring at him. Atomic Robo and Spirit, please. Queen Tully, I'll think about it, okay? Because that's a very dominating presence. Imagine Earthworm Jim, but in a mannequin head. Yeah, that's probably a mannequin head. Yeah, that's probably the best way.
Earthworm Jim is getting rebooted.
Yeah, apparently the creator is like a really big racist or bigot or some shit.
Oh, Jesus.
They're trying to rebuild it without him.
Oh, good.
But he has been in for 27 years.
Ooh.
Let's see here. I'm not a
That's
troll.
in the
Genuinely
preview trailer.
curious. Okay. Someone in the chat explain it to him. We don't have that kind of time on this stream. Do anyone have any other questions? Because we just hit the hour mark. We're going to go for an hour and 30 unless we get a really good vibe going on.
So they have questions about the mechanics of how we play, the stuff that we do when we play, or the things we have to do to get that funny. Like, we can answer all those questions.
Yeah.
And yes,
Or,
Earthworm Jim is getting a reboot.
Yeah. The trailer went up a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
I think I saw that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Looks all right.
Fingers crossed. I have high hopes.
Now, is it the Earthworm Jim from the video game, or is it going to be the one with Queen Slug for a butt?
I think they're leaning towards the cartoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which Queen Slug for a butt was in. She just wasn't that big. My only real complaint about your games is that sometimes feels like the players aren't taking the GM's plot too seriously or drag on the silly stuff instead of furthering the story. Yeah. That's fair. We're zany-ass people, right?
We're all giggle pusses.
Yeah, we're all gigapusses and gits, right?
We do try and take hints when like there's serious moments to take a step back, let the action happen, but we're all comedians by trade. We all know how to make jokes. Sorry, Sam, go ahead.
The point is that we are entertainers.
Yeah, not
and
serious.
then storytellers second.
There's a lot of very, 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 very serious actual plays out there, trying very hard to be very dramatic, and
We're not crit roll.
we're not them. I was gonna say the name.
Right.
Cough Dimension 20. Cough fucking everybody else. We're having fun.
We're not them.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be allowed to be a newscaster who burst into the room and demanded an interview with a drug dealer if we were playing for real.
Yeah, there's a vast difference between going to see a play in Stratford versus going to see a comedian's Type 15.
Finally
Welcome to Apethor's Community Theater. Tomatoes are $5 at the door. They are our primary source of revenue.
Sam had a question. Actually, is this a spoiler? Then okay. Is V from Persona a millennial spirit?
Hey, 1 second. Give me 2 seconds to come back. All right. So, I think it is no surprise that V is the child of Nauticus and somebody from the Persona universe. Because I 100% totally
We all knew.
didn't make that subtle.
Cue the cork boards. We have to figure out which one.
So V is actually not a millennial spirit. Right?
She's strong though.
She's strong, but she doesn't know she's strong yet. Because look, she's the granddaughter of fucking Baba Yaga. All right?
Yeah, that's not a weak gene
That's not
code.
a weak gene cutting thing, right? It's not like she doesn't have power. She just doesn't know she has it yet. So, but that's a thing that you guys are going to have to discover in the Persona universe.
We're just coming back.
It's coming back very fast.
One of the things I do enjoy about the games is that actions and inactions have ramifications for each game beyond. Jesus had fanboys, not friends. Also, any chance of getting Dominic Noble? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. It's why the long game question is really important.
Yeah, like how much do you like long games?
As a concept, because someone might be developing something entirely new. Ox Venture's closer to you guys. Thought they still a bit more serious. The collection. The problem is some of them decide to go all out on serious play. They rake the GM over the coals and stayed in their very first Shadowrun game. Yeah. So is Persona 5 Royal Run a dramatization Nauticus and
Persona here.
Here's the thing. In a Nauticus... That's an optimal duo question.
That is an optimal duo question. No, you guys will find out what happens when V and her, like V's mom and Nauticus.
And her dad. That's coming. We've already scripted how that's going down.
Yeah.
That was very quickly done as soon as Sam told me that was going to happen.
Yeah. I had to add. Well, to be fair, Mike was okay. Mike, to begin with, was not surprised when I hinted very heavily that Nauticus had a kid.
I'm like, yeah, well,
because I had to ask Mike first off if I could use this idea.
We got a question that I missed earlier.
Okay.
Are there any house rules you guys use in play or just rules as written? I wouldn't say that we have like an official book of like house rules or shit like that, but we do make modifications during play for ease of use, and that's something we all actively do.
Yeah, we we work out, the parts that'll be difficult and tricky, and we try to streamline it or cut and make it like a simple roll or something. We don't want to go over the 3 pages of grapple rules, right?
Yeah.
So
There's always the hierarchy: fun, entertainment, rules.
Because like if we were very monolithically playing one system, it'd be very different. But we play such a breadth of systems, and there's either we all become omnipotent or omniscient experts of the systems of every one we do, or we just have some fucking fun.
Yep.
Also Baba Yaga.
But yeah, that's why I was stressing out leading up to Trudvang, is because I'm like, okay, I gotta distill this down to explaining it to my players within a half hour, and being able to have things memorized for when you want to roll this particular thing or that.
What behavior from players you guys draw the line in during the game? For streams, all of our players have some performance background in one form or another, or they've been coached accordingly. So the most ever for a D20 live stream is either something was an offside joke, or we're talking over each other.
Yeah, basically, there's a reason why we have an actual screening process when it comes to playing with us, because it's also a reason why we don't ask any of the fans to perform with us, because we don't know what your performance background, if you have any, is like. Right? So
and as someone who's done games at cons with people who are random and has had his improv experience, not everyone
not everyone is comfortable performing in front of an audience, right? So we take that into consideration. So
also, Baba Yaga flees and hides, no more black chickens.
Yeah, Nauticus is Baba Yaga's son. One of them.
Yeah.
The other one is...
do we want to explain that from Trudvang?
Yeah, actually.
Like
Dave,
how many
because you're
people?
there.
I don't think I explained Baba Yaga as well as I could have. But yeah, she was in the opening of Trudvang. I just didn't describe her. I described her as being a very large one, but I didn't describe her metal legs.
Yeah.
Because she might have been wearing a dress on that day.
That's gonna be a really good thing when it shows up next time, though.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Glad I didn't talk to her.
Yeah. I don't watch you guys because you are serious players. I watch you because you don't take it seriously.
That's the point.
I don't mess with shit.
Yep.
Chicken Hut, just one child. Well, technically, there's Nauticus, there's Rasputin, though he hasn't shown up yet.
Yeah.
And there's...
I think Ian might be talking about how Nauticus only has one child.
Oh, God only
He
knows.
of.
God only knows.
Condoms are only 97% effective.
If you have sex 10,000 times, that's a couple hundred kids.
Sam, how extensive is the Persona subsystem for Bessum?
You have cannibalized Bessum. It's basically its own original system at this
Tip,
point.
you have access to the Persona notes. You're part of the wiki team. So you have access to the Persona notes. You can see exactly how extensive I made for the subsystem of Bessum is.
And Rebel Time Ladies Right, as well as Tomberry. Same person on two different channels. On two different channels. Please, of course, fill out the survey if you are watching today. The guy is over 900 years old. He has some bloodlines running around. Time Tiger came out of the craft checks. Yeah, someday I will run a Canadian game at a Canadian con for you guys. Oh, I know he probably does. What is that? Wait, doesn't that make it that V is related to Tasha? Oh yeah, isn't Tasha a daughter of Baba Yaga?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Is Nauticus
V has a very, very extensive family that they're gonna...
Doesn't that mean that Nauticus is the only non-caster of his whole family?
Yeah.
Oh, he never says he couldn't just... No, I don't like it. It's not fun.
Thanks, but what about games in general in a regular non-stream game? I very carefully vet.
Mike doesn't like playing with anybody he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you've happened to play a game with Mike, it means he trusts you implicitly.
Oh.
Yeah, and from the top, when I induct new players into games, I say, look, we're never going to cover themes of sexual abuse and assault of any kind. No racism.
right? Like, it's just because of the fact that like Mike and I both have a very large and long, extensive history with people who have had terrible life choices when it comes to roleplay games, and Mike doesn't like to relive a lot of the bad moments, so he only plays with people that he really truly implicitly trusts, and that includes people from our mod team.
Yeah.
So
there was some talk at Con Bravo that there would be charity donations for a game that I ran, but that wasn't held in. That was a conversation we had in 2019, and we all know how that went down. No, I can't escape her. But what about? But yeah, it's, and I very much believe, and this is a thing I very fundamentally believe in tabletop games, is the idea of that you don't take away a player's power. You can put them in peril, you can put them in crisis, but you never, ever, ever take away their power. That's a big mistake I see game masters making when I hear the complaints. How about you, Tom, Dave? What do you guys think? What are your big no-nos of tabletop? Since this is a tabletop stream.
For the most part, you covered them. Let's see.
Yeah, I have one if you want to think about it, Dave.
Yeah, you go ahead.
In my opinion, it's always been a collaborative game. Even if you think, well, I'm the main character of this story, you're not. You are one of 5 adventurers in an adventuring party. It is a group effort, and at the end of it, it's all of you working together, even with the DM. Even if you're fighting him and butting heads nonstop, it's their world and their story, and you're basically living in it and livening it up. So it's kind of a make sure you're in a synergy thing. So it's always, yes, you can have your moment, but every once in a while you have to pass the baton to somebody else. You can switch it up and have fun with it. But if you're in the mindset of, I want to have fun and I want to win, that's not the mindset for D&D. The D&D mindset is, let's have fun. Keyword is let's, all of us. And, if it's not fun for you, it's probably not fun for anyone else.
Tip, I just put into the wiki chat that I pinned another thing. It's a text file, but it's got all the links to all of the notes. So yes, you have access. Someone shagged the hag. It was
a lot of people.
Leif Erikson.
Yeah, Leif Erikson.
Yeah, and we don't tolerate bullying, at our tables.
Family Bloodlines are getting El Joestar here. That's my #1 rule. I really hope the Reign of Winter AP gets done well at some point. Like, if one player tried to have fun with another player's character over a flaw or weakness they have because they think it would be fun for their own character, no. That's a conversation you have to have about that. Because...
It has to be fun for everybody, otherwise no.
Like, if 2 people are having a really good conversation about it and being like, I want to do this, like, the best example I can think of from our games is Dom, and the fact that his character is known to have we're working on a wiki face by Jen. Dom's character is known to have a problem with drinking and gabbling. I am playing a scorpion manipulator. If I was if Dom and I did not have a good conversation about it, and have never had a conversation about me manipulating his own character's alcoholism against him, right? Dakio has made fun of him and been like, are you really going to go for another drink? Really? Kind of thing. But he's never been like leaving booze out or giving it as a gift and things that openly hurt him.
Yeah.
Right? That's a big difference.
Yeah, Face Management, we are working on a wiki. We had to take a break because wedding planning became a thing.
And Rob Hagen, if you do want to help with wiki building, Sam is always taking on more people.
Please message me, DM me on Discord.
Yeah.
If you would like to help, please message me on Discord. I have a vetting process that I have to put you through in order for me to actually be okay with it.
Yeah, so we're at 13 responses right now. We have 21 viewers, so not everyone has filled out the survey yet, but that's okay. Let's see here. So Tom, Dave, what do you guys want to talk about in terms of tabletop? So no trapping in another player in a situation that makes the player uncomfortable? No, you don't do it. You don't. Exactly. Character, maybe. But no, never the player.
You're playing with friends. Even if you're a different character, you're still playing with friends. And in most games, your characters should at least be associates or professionals. Because if they're not either one of those two things, there's no reason for you to be in a party with these people.
Yeah.
So, don't do anything you wouldn't do to another person, even if it's another character. Be professional if you don't want to be friends with the people in your group.
Yeah.
Like, treat them as coworkers. You can have asshole coworkers you do not like, but there are lines you don't cross with them still.
Yeah. Because, like, there have been games where I've played, like, the most hardcore, brutal, fuck you rivals with people. But there's been this joking smile as players with each other, and we're both in on it. Right?
Right, like when Mike and I rib each other, right? It's one of those things of we have agreed that it's okay that we're allowed to do that, but once we go too far, we immediately have this thing of like, did I go too far?
Are you okay? Yeah.
Right? So
up to 15 responses now.
You have to have that trust with the other person.
And communication, like you just said, checks. Always a good thing to check with another person. Say, if it's too far if I do this, no, it sounds great, go for it. And then you can do it. If not, it's, check.
There's a lot of people online who use a tool called the X card, as well as all the consent forms and stuff like that. For me, my goal has always been at the top of every session is to talk the most, just constantly open up those communication channels. But everyone has a different methodology. You're a better GM than I had in that game. I've been GM'd by those people. I have been with those players. I have had games where I've had players who are playing demons go into whorehouses and say, well, I've got to set the benchmark for what a demon does in a whorehouse. I'm never going to forget that experience, and it was gross. I know the creators of the X card. He's cool. I like the dude. He seems like a really fucking even keel guy. It's just like I made a thing. Good advice. I had a good recent example of that with a Black Crusade game. Better late than never. Hey, Lacetine. But yeah, I've had enough bad games, and the thing is, you don't know. I'll explain the X card in a second. You don't know at first how bad something's going to screw you up, and dictate your behavior in your creative downtime, which I don't think a lot of people appreciate, because you want to go and you want to have fun. So if there's conditions to the fun, you will abide your behavior to that fun, and your brain will map that, right? And you realize you're holding back in ways you enjoy yourself because you're cautious of how other people are going to react. And what would you rather do? Not hurt someone and be able to go all out? Or, hold back because you don't know how someone else is going to overpower your feelings? What is the X card? The X card was developed by a man, I want to say John Stravopoulos, if I can remember his name correctly. If I have it wrong, I am sorry. As a system that was developed way back in 2014 or 2016 for if a player's in a situation where they are fundamentally not comfortable with what is going on, they put their finger to the card and the conversation is done, you move on, and you do not go back to it, you just move on. Some game masters railed against it because they said, hi honey. They said, that would never happen in my session. I never would let something like that happen. Others said, oh my god, I have players that have a hard time communicating. This was perfect for them. I ran games for him. It was awesome. I typically avoid that level of roleplay as it is a dark road. No one needs to travel it, Mike. I started a Forbidden Lands game. I told my player, everyone in the setting is out for themselves. You guys can have conflict of character, but those guys are your meal tickets. Iron Kingdom's War Machines Horrors is getting rebooted into 5e. My print copies yet to show up. Yes, that's John. As demons can be fun, when you're doing it goes to statistic things, it gets weird and fast. Well, it's a tonal thing, right? Like, I fully believe the players I have now that I play with on D20 Live and outside, which are the same group of people.
Most of them.
For the most part. If we did a thing where we did a definitively evil campaign, I trust them enough that we would have fun with it. It would be cartoonish. And we would be like, let us poison the water supply of our town to suppress voting. And stupid shit, right? So it's like the cut option for the scene. Yeah.
Yeah. And like, if you're playing evil characters, doing evil acts for the sake of doing evil, that's not evil enough, guys.
Yeah.
Evil is making other people do evil things because they think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
If you don't want to understand that, watch Devil's Advocate. That's a great movie that summarizes the fun way to play evil characters.
Was that evil campaign where everyone was cool with selling the stolen cocaine? That was the Pants Gang, yeah.
Pants gang!
I need to meet this Pants Gang at some point. It sounds great.
Yeah, Doofenshmirtz evil. Corrupted good people as an evil person is the best. Yeah, because there is a did not make it to stream, but happened in real life stream where they beat up basically Ellis from Die Hard, stole his bug out bag, found his car, stole his car, and stole all of his cocaine and sold it for rocket launchers.
Yeah, that was a great bargaining.
Rocket launcher one, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, they're just like, we got rocket launchers. Can we mod the rocket launchers? Yes. We're going to fix bayonets to the rocket launchers. So that we have a melee option and we never have to.
Oh, damn.
As one does.
As one does. Great movie is subjective. Devil's Advocate, that is. Alright, just a difference of opinion then. Evil isn't being an ass. Evil is taking a shit in someone's chocolate ice cream when the person isn't home and watching them enjoy the frozen treat until you can see the look on their face. Woo! That's good.
That's evil.
That's evil.
That's just wrong. Also, if you want evil, you don't need to poison the water. You just need to keep putting more and more horrible tasting things in the water until eventually the town gets acclimated to it and it slowly keeps getting worse. And then you stop putting it in the water. And everyone now thinks the water tastes gross. They bring outside sources to come in and investigate the water. And they come back, nope, the water is perfectly clean. Don't know what's wrong with you. But it tastes awful. Now they question their sanity. See, that's far more evil than poisoning the water supply.
Enjoy yourself.
Like getting
Byron,
that
you want to join
bitterance
us
they
here in
put
the
on
thing?
Switch cartridges.
Byron, are you... Just come on over.
Yeah, you can join us in the chat,
You can
dude.
join us in chat.
Come on in, Byron.
Rocket launchers.
Everybody's
That was
welcome.
great clips anyway. Lady from DSC proved that bayoneted rocket launchers were great. Lol. Fixed bayonets on rocket launchers sounds very 40k also. Welcome to Innsbruck. Being a metaphorical troll is the right kind of evil. I love it because Doc has these very long rants about not wanting to learn different systems, and then we just kind of lure him back to a game with, but you could be a Viking, you could be a science super villain. And he goes,
You could be an android.
right. He's just like, because you guys fucking stop every time. Is the year-end survey up somewhere? It should be up in the description.
Tonberry, we'll give it to you.
We'll give it to you, and it's gonna be up.
Hey,
Byron!
Byron!
How you doing? There you go.
Give him a second to load up.
Coming.
He's a coming.
It's coming.
Hold
Hold on.
Oh god, I'm moving! I'm moving!
We have audio. We're just waiting for video.
I'm amazed we're not, Dave. I'm amazed we're not bigger jackasses in your home Lancer game. Like well, it's because Sam's.
I am the asshole.
You are the asshole in that game. You worship Ra openly.
I do.
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
Yes, it is. Ra is dangerous.
Why do you not like my robot?
Because your robot worships Ra.
Okay, one second.
Ooh,
How is
that's a
the
technical
movies
error I've
up
never seen
here?
before.
I think he's used... Are you a VTuber?
Not yet. 1 second.
Oh, it's happening now. This is your VTuber debut.
Ooh.
No, it's
More
not.
to it.
God damn it.
Isn't my
Hold on.
robot's name I'll Have to Lie?
Yeah.
Yes.
There we go.
Hey, there we go.
Hey.
Hey.
I also like mustache twirling villainy. It's weird because we've tried to be heroes, and apart from Paragon High,
Hey.
it's not as cartoonishly insane as when everyone's being a jackass. Maybe I should just run an evil game with the crew.
we could try and recreate my Mutants and Masterminds game.
But it can't
Can't
be...
Jay's an evil character. He was borderline insane enough already.
Colin, No, but I can actually get a custom shirt made, and I will before we do the next worldwide wrestling game. More healed in a strip club.
A video game-based game like the Expendable
I forgot
game
about that line.
you did from Terrible Warriors. I didn't think there was much call for that, for me to do that kind of thing again. Honestly, I thought we were all kind of past it, but hey.
Byron, did you ever get a more heal in a strip
He
club?
answered that.
Oh, sorry.
He said
Yeah, I already did.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten it yet, but we've got a custom shirt shop here in Calgary, and I'll have it made for the next
Nice.
worldwide
I'm
wrestling.
actually wearing
so.
a custom shirt that Byron made for me.
It's very good.
I'm not
But,
a witch,
speak-
I'm your wife.
I've been asking for more
Speaking of
Expendables
evil
for years.
characters,
I love
speaking
those
of evil
games.
characters, any 40K game we play, isn't that just inherently evil? Because, you know, if you're not evil, you're somehow a heretic?
Yeah.
The nicest you could be was chaotic neutral, and like, how does this benefit me?
Yeah.
My Boxing Day is quite relaxing, Tip. Thank you very much.
Okay, alright, well, alright, let's put this one to the group. If I did another Expendable style game, where I grabbed a bunch of video game characters, who would you all play?
Oh,
What are the
jeez.
limits?
None. Pick a video game character that you can really just get into the skin of.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. I want to be one of the Metal Slug guys.
Bionic Commando.
Sam?
Persona 3's female protagonist.
Jesus fuck. Tom, how about you?
I think I'd owe it to myself to be Chris Redfield, just because I would choose to be Resident Evil 5 Chris Redfield. So impossible to kill, and the dumbest version of him I could feasibly be.
Not even Leon, because you played Leon way more.
I may have unhealthily played Resident Evil 4 to an ungodly amount and broken the game numerous times and sped run it a punch.
Is that the boulder punching one? They're all last.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is the boulder punching Chris, and I want him to be that stupid. I give you a rock monster. Yes.
Satine, I said Persona 3's female protagonist.
That's a lot of just fully developed characters. Byron, go ahead.
Actually.
For me, probably be Bionic Commando.
Yeah. Which one? The horrible remake or the original?
The
That fights-
original.
This is the one that killed Hitler?
Yep.
Nice.
But I don't know. I'd have to see what the power scale is though, because as much as I love Chris, he is a man, and men, if you throw real boulders at them, die.
Aw, damn it. I can't play one of my favorite characters because he's a goddamn mute.
Who is it?
Gordon Freeman.
Do
it is not
sign!
conducive
Do
to a
sign!
stream. I don't know how to sign!
Flashcards.
Oh my god.
That would work.
Flashcards just like Butterfinger from Hudson Hawk.
Well, you would just
Oh, yeah.
describe what Gordon's doing the whole time. You'd just be like, Gordon nods.
Dave would be the narrator for Gordon!
Yeah!
Oh my god! That would work so good.
Yes.
No OG Doom guy, same. Oh my god, I love Hudson Hawk. See, if I was gonna do Expendables, I wouldn't do it as serious as I would. It would be, oh no, I know what I do.
Are you gonna pull people from different universes for like random tasks? Like, I'm out of groceries. I
No,
need you
no.
to run to the store.
No, Dante from Devil May Cry got shit-faced. You have to take him home.
Yes. He was also on my list.
That's it. You gotta get Dante home because he's too powerful outside his world. And you just get this job to bring him home and drag his ass back through the portal as he's drunk.
I mean,
Oh.
Oh, I'm in. I will come up with the dumbest character. Well, I'll think of the dumbest character I can think of.
Because we
I'm
could
just
code
looking
this
through my
up in
Steam
mutants.
list,
We
Yeah,
could
I
code
know,
this
right?
up in
I'm gonna
mutants and
figure that out.
masterminds.
and I'm like, the guy from Subnautica. Yeah, so this guy in a wetsuit just kind of hanging around.
I have a submarine. We're on land, but I have a submarine.
It's Queen Lana again, and she's just like, yeah,
Oh,
we're not
damn
in
it.
the middle of a major crisis. I just need people to do jobs randomly occasionally, and there's a guy named Dante. Just get him home.
Oh,
Here's
I
a
could
map.
be the goat from Goat Simulator.
Oh no! Oh, no!
Hong Kong and Goose.
The goat
Why
falls
is there a
over.
goat here? That goat just turned into itself and back.
It's like, well, who did you ask before? I asked this one goat. He's been stuck in the castle for weeks. Meh! There he is.
He's finding the best way to ramp off the parapets.
Isn't that just Yukari? It is not Yukari, because Persona 3 Portable has a female protagonist.
Yeah, that's it. And it's just, no, that's the first bad guy you find is the goose from Goose Game.
We found a goose in a dungeon. Oh no.
It's just like, you walk into the street to find him, and all you see is this goose going, honk, and you all go, ah, scream.
No, just give it like an
Okay,
incredible.
hang on, fuck it, it's
threat
going in the
level.
notes.
Sam as
You just
Monica.
all right. I rolled a sense evil. You sense more evil than Satan in that goose.
Yeah.
We need to run. What? We need to run.
Oh my god, it's like Gunter from Adventure Time.
Yeah, it's just the goose from Goose Game.
Sam as Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club. Monica doesn't do anything though. She kind of.
Mike, I hate to say this, but you do know that I could be any Danganronpa character by this logic, right?
I want to be a mech warrior from Mech Warrior 2. Do I get my mech? No.
No.
Shit.
At that point, you might as well be the pilot from Titanfall then.
And Dave, you're a member of Clan Jade Falcon.
Yup.
I could be J. Jonah Jameson from any of the Spider-Man games. He's just there.
Bring me pictures of Spider-Man.
The goose devil arm.
Here, I'll give you the mouse.
You should have the serious game, and then a week later we have the B Squad. The goose,
Okay, yeah.
the goat.
You do so. Oh no.
Oh damn it.
Do one that's pure content, like pure combat. You have the worst of every video game character in one spot, and then immediately afterward, all right, everyone, a goose got out into my garden. I need you to get it out.
Oh damn it.
Oh, that could be
And
so much
it's this
fun.
haunted
So bad.
expression on their face.
I want to be Jason Voorhees, but like from the NES game. He's very angular, but he is so surprising.
I mean, by that logic, you could be the angry video game nerd because he's got his own game too.
Yeah.
That's true.
I want to be one of the Castle Crashers.
Maybe the hand from Smash.
That's a boss character to be a
Oh,
I want to be my sim, which is me, except I'm successful at life.
oh, damn it! Oh no!
And invoke the
Shots
judges
fired.
from Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced, so players are penalized for the stupidest and most overt shit. Yeah, good. Not
I want to be
Freddy
a wall
TF.
master. Okay, so we got the goat, an
I'm
angry
writing notes.
goose,
I'm writing notes.
and a goddamn wall master.
Okay, alright, to clarify, guys, on a serious note, this is legitimately how we've made games and come up with characters, this session right here. Just coming up with dumb ideas and just laughing about it and then realizing, wait, no, that would be hilarious, we have to share it with people.
Glorious.
You have now seen the exact creative process of how we do things.
Yeah,
Where's my pen? Where's my pen?
that's quite literally like, oh shit.
Okay.
Oh,
Module's
that's
written.
a good idea.
Module's written. It's done. Christmas next year. We're bumping Pendragon up a month.
Oh, go on.
Did you read it? Did you read it?
Yes!
Doesn't that make sense though? He got drunk and he snuck in there. And he's just been fighting things.
Oh damn it!
Yeah.
Or one of us just pulls up like a word pad and just immediately starts furiously typing away the information.
Ooh, I could be the prince from Prince of Persia. Oh, that would be fun.
No, that's not how it happened. That's not how I remember it.
Exactly! I'm the narrator at the same time! We
That's
can have narrating
amazing.
battles! That's not what Gordon
I got an
did, but
idea to
that's how
modify
I
the
remember
one part.
Gordon going down that hallway.
That's just a full romp.
Oh crap! That's amazing.
Like they have to go through the para-elemental plane of lava.
Yeah, and everybody's up on chairs and couches because the floor is lava.
Can I be the narrator from the Stanley Parable?
No.
No!
No, then you just be Stanley, which means that you never
No!
die.
I want to be the narrator. He is a different character, and you said video game characters.
Player characters, preferably. Adult
I'm
Christian.
very silent, and I'm just going through these puzzles.
One power just from the Game Gear game, just have a basic kick and punch to defeat enemies. Oh, God. Oh, that got
Ooh.
dumb real Oh, fuck, that's gonna happen. It's gonna fucking happen.
Now there's a username,
Yeah.
Mega Fetus. Oh wow!
No, now we have to wait a whole year for this.
Or I
It's so that way all of you will forget.
Yeah.
And then when it comes back, you guys will all laugh and go, "Oh yeah, we made this, didn't we?"
Or I'll just
Oh
do it
god,
in
we agreed to
February.
this monstrosity.
Really?
Yes, we did.
You have a week to come up with your characters.
Yeah. Or I will literally bump it into February because I have 4 players literally right now who want to do this. So I'm gonna write down who wants to do it.
I mean, I don't have to, 'cause, you know.
If anybody is going to play a Tonberry, it has to be Tonberry Queen.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Dave,
There's really no question.
Oh, Dante lost a drinking game against the Doomslayer. There you go.
No,
good.
I've got what happened in my head. You guys want to hear the opening premise?
Sure.
So
Yes.
Dante sold off one of his guns to the 3rd Street Saints for booze money, and they lost track of him. You have to
Uh-oh.
get the gun back.
Oh no!
You have to get the devil arms back.
Oh, so we go against Johnny Gat.
Yeah.
No.
Vivi is on the table. I imagine Tonberry would be the ideal choice.
You could play Vivi.
I could play Vivi, but
You really want to be the Persona guy, girl?
well, if I'm playing Vivi, then I have to do the voice the entire
Yeah.
time.
I have to go through my entire catalog of games and figure out the most entertaining person possible.
But yeah,
Oh my god, can I be Superman from Superman 64?
No.
I can fly!
But okay,
I
well,
fly
if
into a
Cass-
building.
if Cass is in it, then she could be Kirby, and she would just go
Puyo, puyo,
She
puyo,
would.
puyo.
Well, I'll have to open this up to the group.
They
What
put Tonberry in this game.
does Tonberry want to be in this game is the question. If she says no, that's perfectly acceptable. No, dude, I'm a noob at this stuff. I figured.
Oh,
Dave!
No, that's fine.
No,
They're
Dave!
coming.
Dave, you could be Dave from the Republic of Dave!
What? Who's
You
that?
could be Dave from the Republic of Dave from Fallout 3.
Oh Jesus! Now I have
Stop,
to play
Mike.
Fallout 3 to find out who the hell that is.
Brain, stop insisting I put Yakuza characters in this. Please stop. Okay, we're done. We're done.
Majima?
We're not putting Majima. That's
Majima?
then I have a reason for a sequel.
Majima everywhere.
But Mike, wasn't one of the original comments we wanted more streams on Boxing Day? Merry Christmas, I give you this.
Oh man.
Majima rides
Oh,
again.
no.
If
Well,
we're
you
going
had
into that
one.
much meta, we need Tom White.
I'll ask him if he wants to.
Like, well, you had turkey yesterday for Christmas Day. Now you're going to have more turkey on stream.
No, Mike Byron. This is a
Big
lot
Mike-
of ham.
Yes, Mike. More
There's gonna be
Majima.
That's a lot
so
of
much
ham.
ham.
We are
Yeah,
above
I'll put Tonberry.
mukbangs.
There will be a Tonberry in the stream. Tonberry.
Sorry, I just saw another one that would be hilarious. There's the I Love You Colonel Sanders RPG.
Oh! Oh no!
No, I'm putting a hard no.
Oh
on that.
wow! But I want to be a sexy colonel.
That'd be in the Baron Munchausen game. You'd be a sexy colonel.
Wow, that module's pretty much written. Look at that's done. That's done. I literally just have to fill that out.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm doing that in February. Screw my original plans.
No, I have my character. I know who I'm going to be. It'll be great.
Okay. We'll have a talk. I'll make sure everyone gets a shot at it. And just like I'm bringing back Expendables, but it'll be more just the occasionally requireds.
I'm really looking forward to this now. This is gonna be fun.
Yeah. Oh man. I have Angoria roughly plotted, which is going to be after Baron Munchausen. Fuck. Well, that's definitive. I need more silly games.
Yes.
Yeah, more sillies needed.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
do a
Baron
lot.
Munchausen next week. It's not next week. It's the 7th. We're taking next weekend off because it's flipping New Year's and I want to sleep.
I look forward to watching that for once. It's gonna be great.
Wow, that is a dead heat tie over. Yep, that's got to come back.
Yeah. All 4 of those ones.
Yep, all 4 of those have to come back.
Uh-oh. Is that good news or bad news?
No, it's good news. It's just I'm seeing which of my games are doing good, which are bad.
Our games.
Oh,
Our
yeah.
games.
Well, my games as well in there. But what D20 Live games are requesting sequels? What are not? And that's an interesting thing for people to ask for, to have a game finally.
There's
the
Jedi
Necron.
Tonberries?
The reprehensibles.
One vote
The
for the Wheel of Time, which I find fun.
Yeah, the reprehensibles. You know
The
what?
Ooh, the
that
Reprehensibles.
really, yeah, that really is our Friday night private games or our Wednesday night games.
Yep.
Those are pretty close to
All right.
them.
Yeah,
Like the, what is it, the Friday Night Lancer fight or Exalted?
yeah, they're
or,
nuts.
Okay.
One of the Wednesday games,
I feel like we need to
Regime
address
or...
that one.
Or Pants Gang when we get to it. By the way,
Finally.
Yep.
It's not me.
Yes. We're all talking about games we don't play on stream.
It's not me.
oh, well, I mean, some of those private games have had some of our more legendary moments. Let's face facts.
Oh, yeah.
Pellegrino, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because they should see the stuff like.
We may as well go ahead and tell chat what we did at the wedding reception, Tom.
Oh,
Yeah,
for fuck's
go
sakes.
ahead.
Okay, Byron, you started this nightmare. You can tell the full story.
Not the whole story. They know about the Pellegrino story.
They know about the
Do they know
Pellegrino
about the
story.
Pellegrino story?
They know about the Pellegrino story. So, Tom and I were both a part of the wedding ceremony and the reception, and so.
Oh
long
wait,
story
maybe not
short-
everybody knows about the Pellegrino
Okay,
story.
who doesn't know about the Pellegrino story with Sam and Mutants and Masterminds? We'll see from the chat first.
Pellegrino.
I think that's at
Pellegrino?
least two. We should give like a very abridged version of what we did.
Ashwood has been in a number of his own games. But if you want to know the Pellegrino story, I can tell the Pellegrino story.
Well, I should tell the Pellegrino story. It is my story, technically.
It is your story.
Go right ahead, Titus. Why don't you tell us your story?
Okay, so what
Hang on,
happened
I'm gonna
was...
lay down. I want to relax for this one.
All right,
I
so-
know this one very well.
So what happened was I decided to run Mike, Byron, and Tom, the 3 chuckle fucks here, through a game because during the pandemic we were going crazy, right?
Yeah.
I need you to know something.
Yes,
When you said chuckle fucks, you spat on me. So
I
I
am
don't know if
sorry.
that was something.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. But anyway,
Hot.
So what happened was I decided to run them through a Mutants and Masterminds game. But I didn't want it to be very stereotypical where they play superheroes and just ruin my day as supervillains. I decided, you know what? This is going to be all of them are captured supervillains and they are going through rehabilitation. So Mike decided to play Kamarita Kuga, essentially.
Well, technically Gatak, but yeah.
So
And Kuga
and
together.
Kuga together. Byron was essentially Deadshot?
Bullseye.
Bullseye. You were Bullseye, and Tom was
The Flash.
the Flash powered by cocaine named Jimmy Kwasinski.
The speedster powered by speed.
So what happened was I decided, you know what, you guys are all 3 going to be rehabilitated heroes, and you have to go and do jobs as part of your community service, because they all had maximum sentences, so they were just like, yeah, it'd be a good idea to try and knock off some, things from our sentencing. I made the mistake of making the warden Madeline Wunsch, at which point Mike decided, fuck it, I am now going to be Captain Holt, and decided to make fun of Madeline Wunsch every single time we played. We played this game for 6 months. For 6 months, this man made fun of me the entire time, and I'm very upset. So,
Madeline, bold of you to come outside when drone strikes exist.
Jesus Christ.
Still my favorite.
So anyway, so what happened was, one time I decided, all right, there's a plane that's got some diplomats that's been hijacked. So they decided to, launch in? Like you just basically you dropped in onto the airplane like via another it's another halo jump onto the airplane. Byron went into the front cockpit in order to deal with the pilot, and Mike and Tom went in through the back to deal with all the other people. So essentially, Byron finishes off the pilots no problem. He's just like, I'm done. So he just sits there, he starts drinking a can of Pellegrino. He specifically says to me that he's drinking a can of Pellegrino.
Which he actually was drinking at
and
the time.
I'm just like, okay, fine. This is fine. So then Mike and Tom are having a little bit of trouble in the back. They finish fighting off all the guys, and then the one guy the one guy in the fight, he goes, he's obviously the boss, and he goes, well, if you can't do it, you can't get other people to do it, you better do it yourself. So he rips off his shirt, showing off like bare muscle chests and everything. I'm about to go into my giant speech that I had actually written out and prepared for them. Byron, before I even say anything, goes, hang on, I throw the empty can of Pellegrino at him and rolls, and I'm just like, fuck. And not only does Byron roll, he crits. And I'm just like, fuck, alright, hang on, I gotta roll my defense. I crit fail!
Your toughness. So this is immune to mastermind, so he's knocked out.
So he's just knocked out.
Instantly.
And I'm just sitting there going like, I can't fucking believe this happened. I had a speech, I had everything planned. He had a name, and then suddenly now
No,
he is
Sam,
no longer has a name.
It gets worse.
He is now
Remember?
just
Because
he's now
then, as he's being dragged away into the cart by the cops, you politely turned to us and said, well, you seem to be gentlemen of repute and good standing. May I have your names? No!
throw him in fucking jail. And I had a fucking name for him, and it doesn't matter now because now he's just Pellegrino Man. And I'm just
So we spent the rest of the campaign meeting him 2 more times and just beating the shit out of him with Pellegrino, because that was the rule then. My character would disappear for a second, come back with a flat of Pellegrinos, and you're like, alright, we're ready!
Rapid throw them. I literally picked up a can in my hands and beat him out to death with it. And he said, your name is Pellegrino, man! Know your place!
And then the last time I got to him, Jimmy is not a good fighter, so he crit success and crit failed at the same time. So he tripped on a bottle of Pellegrino and smashed another can into his face!
Oh.
This escalated until these two, at our wedding, said, we've got a surprise for you when you sit down. And I'm going to the table, and I see it. 2 cans of Pellegrino. And right next to me is all of my in-laws now.
yeah.
Sam's parents and the women who helped raise her hear me say, you motherfuckers!
And then there's just me over on my table with a can of Pellegrino.
So it was a 2-pronged plan because I knew I had deniability because I was in the wedding party getting pictures. So we bought the flat of Pellegrino earlier in the week before the wedding, and Tom had it in his backpack. So while I was there getting the wedding photos done with Mike, Tom slipped into the reception area and put the cans of Pellegrino on the head table.
Sitting there with this fucking can of Pellegrino, I'm just like, why?
The best was the week after we went on a trip up to your cottage.
Yeah.
And I opened the fridge and I found a can of Pellegrino. And you were taking a nap. And because I had no fucking tact, I grabbed the can, walked up to you, grabbed my camera and said, "Baby, what?" Put the can to your face. You looked at it with hate, snapped a photo and sent it to the group Discord.
How dare.
And you were just like, "Did you just..."
It was delicious and evil, and it was so fun.
To be fair, I got you guys all back at the end of it.
You got us back.
I'm so sad that we didn't actually record this entire game because it ended so perfectly. So basically what happened was I kept foreshadowing this thing that happened. It was called The Day That Everyone Forgot. And that was the day that everyone got superpowers, right? Because it happened 20 years ago or something. Yeah. Didn't matter. So that was the day that everyone got superpowers. And I had been foreshadowing this the entire fucking time. Only for it to lead up to Jimmy had to go and make everyone travel through time. Because that was the thing. Jimmy was also the man who fell out of time because he fell out of the 80s and into 2020. So... no one knows what he fucking was until we actually explained it to him. And he's like, "Oh no, I actually am from the 80s." And
No, the entire time no one else in the party thought my character was from the 80s until a vortex opened up. We were growing up in the 90s, and I went, "No, we have rules! I have done every single book on time travel!"
Yep. So the idea was they had to go and find one of their friends who got sucked into this wormhole beforehand. And they went back in time. They realized that they are literally 2 days before the day that everyone forgot. And then it turns out that they are technically the reason why it all happened. Right? But it worked out.
Yep.
And so what happened was they were like, "Okay, we have rules. We have to have this whole thing." So Mike goes, "Right, I need Madeline," because this is the whole premise of why he hated Madeline so much. "I need Madeline to come and arrest my past self." So they ran around trying to find Madeline. Sure enough, Jimmy finds Madeline in a hospital bed, brain dead. And they all look at each other and they're just like, "Oh no, what do we do?" And then they look over at Mike, and Mike's body has been deteriorating because it turns out that he was actually, 1,000-year-old.
It was a very old body.
It was a very old body, and the body was deteriorating, at which point they go, "Wait, Mike needs a new body. Madeline doesn't have a brain." Mike, Jeff, you were Madeline Wunsch the whole time!
That was such the worst.
And the look on everyone's face when they slowly realized that their warden was actually Mike the whole time.
And he had shitpost yelled at himself the whole
He'd been
time.
yelling at himself for 6 months.
It's the worst insults in the world.
Was the best. To clarify, everyone, Jimmy, he's a speed story, so he burst in the room, read the chart in sonic speed, and then just started laughing hysterically, ran back, grabbed the others, sat them down "You're never gonna guess what I found out." Did all that. A whole rigmarole later, we ended up back in the present. So, we found Wunsch, and at this point, Wunsch, happily married, I think had adopted a kid at that point, and looked over and finally, was able to go back to, "I've hated every moment of this life for everything." Well, at least you got to kill Wunsch. You do realize that, right? When you took over her body, you killed everything that was Madeline Wunsch.
They killed Wunsch.
You realize that, right? You didn't just think of that now, did you?
So for us, what was an instant heading back to modern time, Mike's character had to spend the next 20 years in the body of Madeline Wunsch.
It was hell.
It was beautiful. And
that
remains
is-
to date the greatest campaign I have ever been a part of.
One of the
That is
greatest
the kind
campaigns
of-
I've ever run. Seriously,
Yep.
taking notes from my modern age game.
So that was the whole story behind Pellegrino, which is why sometimes on occasion, if I'm on camera, I will just pull up a...
But But yeah,
Yes, it is the longest running gag we have between 4 of us here.
Yeah. So I really desperately want to recreate it, but I don't know how.
I still think we should make it a cartoon.
We are at 2 hours
Yeah.
on the dot. Fuck. And we've been vibing pretty good, all things considered. So we're at 17 responses for now, which is a pretty decent place to be at.
Yeah.
Starting to get some interesting results. Said not revealing what those results are.
We will too. Oh, I think Megafetus has followed us.
Yeah, they did. Thank you, Megafetus.
Hey.
I guess you could say Sam Games got can.
How about D20 live streams animated in the future?
If we
We're not big enough for that.
If we can get people to are totally okay with helping us do that, that'd be great because
I would love to see animatics from like fans.
right, because the thing is that I don't have time to do all of that, unfortunately. We've got a lot of other things that we are going to be doing for this year in particular, which means that my schedule is going to be very drastically changed. And so we'll see how that works.
But if you know people out there who do animatics, send them a clip of our stuff and just say you need to
work on cloning you, Sam.
just.
That's what the baby
Oh
is
god,
for.
sorry. I just saw Zombie Don Cherry on his fucking Zamboni animated in my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have a
Rising out
favorite,
from the lake!
if you have a favorite moment in D20 Live and you have an animatic artist you know and you like, forward them a clip.
Actually, if you have this is another thing. If you have a favorite moment from D20 Live, please message us.
Yeah, tell us.
We are going to be doing a couple things for clip shows.
If we clone Sam, we have to clone Mike too. No, I want a harem. With the frozen
No
goose.
zombie goose shooting blue flames. Yeah, if you have a favorite moment from D20 Live, let us know.
We could put that up on the Discord on the downtime for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And just say,
Like, if you have a clip, or if you have a moment,
or a timestamp.
just like, or a timestamp from a game, you send it to us. We'll do it. How about the Angori characters throwing up after detecting the necromancy in part 3?
Oh yeah,
Like when your Sam Harem goes yandere on you.
that's fine. It's, we'll get the strongest one, won't we? Near Sigil. You could do a group animation. Someone does a couple seconds animations. It's just together with Sam telling the story. Yeah, it's gonna be some really bad animation. They're not all of us are artists.
I hope you like stick figures.
Fuck, same here. You hope you got 2 popsicle sticks.
No, it's just do the thing that we did for the do the thing we did. No, it's the space moth. He's the one retelling all the stories.
Yeah.
I am the great space moth
From space. Doing another recap of shit. I don't know which.
That's a thing we should put in the survey. What's your favorite D20 Live moment? That would be really
You know what? We'll do
Oh,
that separate.
Yeah.
Like after the survey's done.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, or during sometime after New Year's.
Yeah.
We'll set up a thing going, hey guys, we're gonna put up a post, a quick channel, posting a link with a timestamp to your favorite D20 Live moment. Because we are gonna do. We're trying to do some more outreach to get more fans in through TikTok and
YouTube Shorts
and moments and things like that. I still have 27. I'm like, Queenie, totally no. You have a kid animated by community members or animated on their behalf. I don't even know how to set that up. So if you guys know, let us know. We're gonna be looking at that.
Yeah.
We can try.
Yeah. The creation of fussy britches. Oh Jesus, that's an old one.
Message us on Discord.
Mike's-
Help me.
You have to make a new folder for this.
Sorry, Mike. You can have it animated by community members or animated on their behalf. Chris said a bunch of Mike screaming into a pillow in the first Angori game. Why did I do that? Oh right, you bastard. All of that.
All right. So are we gonna?
I'm good unless we want to go a little longer, but everyone should go have dinner.
All right. We'll end the stream because then we can talk.
Yeah.
But
So we are at 17 responses. Please keep sharing out the survey. It will go live in the Discord literally after.
the link to.
Yeah, we'll be sharing the Discord. Moderators, if you can keep sharing it out. Phase 6 of D20 Live Shipping Wars. We're still in Phase 2, guys. The laugh from more hero than Shipper Clever Mike pulling a Kalima on the monster, probably.
Oh, there are
Yeah.
so many moments.
Yeah,
There
we
are
are going
really
to...
a lot of moments.
The survey will be up probably sometime on the 2nd. We'll do a thing where we message out about a few extra things. But for now, we are going to relax for the rest of the year. And D20 Live will go into a very brief hibernation before we all gloriously return in 2022 with Baron Munchausen!
That's gonna be great.
That's gonna be a fun night.
You need it? Alright. So, I have been Mike. Going down the line.
Sam, hi.
Byron.
Byron, hi guys.
Dave.
I'm Tom.
And, as always, stay home, stay safe, stay kind, and may your dice rolls be better than mine.
Oh wait, it's the Teen Titans the duo. There will be a duo stream maybe tomorrow. I'll put it up in the Discord.
Alright. We'll see.
We'll see you guys later.
No, you said Tuesday.
Oh, yeah,
we'll
Tuesday,
talk. Yeah,
Tuesday.
Tuesday, not tomorrow. I'm sleeping tomorrow.
Yeah, Tuesday, not tomorrow. Sorry.
Yeah.
There may be one on Tuesday. So, but we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.